fuck didn't you do it? Do
Yeah.
it. I do
you
anything.
turned down a job.
I'm a fucking duck on television.
I'm a duck, I'm a parrot, I'm a bee.
You never turn down anything, right?
No.
No, of course not. Anything that's offered to you, you would take, of course.
The other day we were talking about, well, we've been continually talking about Anna Nicole Smith. I forgot
What,
to
is she
mention...
fucking dead? Oh!
Dice Gottfried very much here today.
Yes.
Dice Gottfried, were you at the funeral?
You know, Dice Gottfried, you ought to name your baby Bindi.
Or
You
Danny
want to
Lynn.
bend the over? Oh!
Danny Lynn, there's a name.
What about Danny Lynn?
How about Kikey Heave? Oh!
Anyway, Anna Nicole Smith. A lot of people came out of the woodwork and said they were sleeping with her after she died. They still don't know who the father of her baby is. Some of the interesting things I forgot to mention about the funeral was that one of the guests was Hulk Hogan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Hulk Hogan.
I did not know that.
Did not know that, huh, Johnny?
Now, here's a true story.
This is wild.
No, this is
Now,
for real.
I
It's in the
understand.
paper.
Yes.
I was reading the paper. There's a true story in the
This is,
paper that Hulk Hogan was at the Anna Nicole Smith funeral.
Is that wild, Ed? Is that wild?
It was so wild.
And I was I actually had sex with Anna Nicole Smith.
Well, that's a true story.
That's this
No,
is
that's true. That's true.
This is a crazy part. I was supposed to come. I was supposed to pull out.
Right.
Right.
You are correct.
And I actually shot my wife. And so therefore it is
All right, so anyway, Hulk Hogan was a guest. He was invited by Howard K. Stern. Apparently, they are friends.
well, and this is wild. The K stands for kike.
Kikey Hebe. Kikey Hebe.
And another person now...
I have a stern act.
What?
Okay. Sweeping up the kitchen, Rush Limbaugh and Anna Nicole Smith.
Sweeping up the kitchen,
That's right.
Rush Limbaugh and Anna Nicole Smith.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Name a chore, a bore, and a whore.
Simsalabim.
Thank you, oh great one. O.J. Simpson now says he slept with Anna.
Of course he did. Well, did he meet her? If he met her, he fucked her.
Is that really true?
Well, they were in Naked Gun 2 together.
Oh, I'm sure he banged the shit out of her. That's
And-
pre-murder, too.
Yeah, he says that, yeah.
And
he
he's
nailed
more
her.
ashamed of that.
And he says he has some pretty slow sperm, so he could be the father of that baby.
Always charming,
I don't know if
OJ.
he's, joking, but that's...
Well, that was
the
his
latest
type,
on
you know, the
OJ.
blonde and the...
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
Tom Cruise, is he, like, keeping
Yes.
Katie Holmes
Prisoner?
in protective custody or something?
Well, he's a control freak from what I'm reading, if you can believe what you see in page 6. This guy, Tom Cruise, she gave up the role in Batman, the second Batman that they're producing,
Yeah.
because he doesn't want her in love scenes with, I think it's Christian Bale is the guy's name.
Yeah,
And now she's in a movie that Tom approves of.
with
She's
Diane Keaton and Queen Latifah.
all girls.
Oh, jeez.
No, yeah, I mean, imagine, no, and they say the script is horrible.
But there are no love scenes.
But there are no love scenes. So he's got her under lock and key in a sense.
And he has already notified the producers he will be on the set every day.
Now, what is with this guy?
I thought he had jobs.
I read somewhere like he's very big on making out with her when people are watching.
Really?
I heard
He's got something to prove.
Now that's disgusting.
I heard he was making out with her in front of his mother.
Oh.
So it was like,
Oh, that's vile.
yeah, it's a little creepy.
Yeah, well, they also say that...
And listen, he knows creepy.
Yeah.
I have another stern act
Okay.
Already on a roll.
based on the last story there. A famous cowboy's horse, Eminem, and O.J. Simpson.
A famous cowboy's horse, OJ,
And Eminem
Eminem.
and OJ.
That's correct. Name
no.
a
What
trigger, a wigger, and an African American.
I thought the N-word was coming up.
No, never the N-word. No.
Not from
Trigger,
the great one.
a wigger,
And an
African
African-American.
American.
All right. That's very good. All
All
right.
right, they're also moving into a compound in California where...
What is the second one?
Wigger.
Oh, Wigger.
All right, go ahead, Robin, please.
They're also moving into a compound in California that has enough room for classrooms for his kids because his sister homeschools his children.
Tom Cruise, yes.
That's not too creepy.
Everything about him is creepy.
What is,
Were you a big Johnny Carson fan, Gilbert? Is that what you're trying to tell us? Yes.
I want to fuck your nigger tits.
Oh, my God.
What?
That was a callback from the last
That's a
show we
callback
did.
from 3
Yeah, well,
months
people
ago.
might not understand it. They might think you're a racist.
Yes.
We wouldn't want them thinking that.
Will this baby be a chip off the old block?
Yes.
Anyway, the Atkins diet has been declared okay by the AMA, the American Medical
Really?
Association, begrudgingly had to give its seal of approval to the Atkins diet after all these years, after running some tests and finding a bunch of women who were on the high-protein diet and lost weight. So they say it is a viable alternative in your weight loss regime.
Good.
All right.
The astronaut was probably driven crazy by some lusty email she read from her rival for the affections of a male astronaut who was up in the space shuttle. She got a hold of these email where the woman was talking about making love to the guy she was in love with, who she had declared to his mother that she was going to leave her husband for so that she could marry. When she found out there was a girl who was rivaling her for his affection, it just drove her crazy. She jumped into a diaper, got behind the wheel of her car, and drove 900 miles to try to kidnap her.
She got knocked out of the news totally by Anna Nicole Smith.
I know, but
She
she's
lucked
back
out.
because
Yeah.
Anna Nicole is in the ground.
You know, Ed McMahon put out a audiobook. You know that?
No.
Yeah.
Johnny, you didn't read
You didn't read that,
Ed's
Johnny?
book?
I don't read what that fat fuck has to say.
Yeah, listen to that.
I've always hated it.
One afternoon, I jacked off Lawrence Welk while Johnny beat his meat from an easy chair in his studio. Carson was coming so hard he shit in my hand.
Whoa! That's amazing.
Yeah, he did an audiobook. Fascinating stories.
There's nothing sacred.
In April of my senior year in college, I was paying a lot of money to get a little boy named Gordon to milk my colon.
Great stories in that book.
I remember one evening when Art Linklater butt-fucked a beautiful English sheepdog named Patrick.
Great stories in the Ed McMahon book.
What? I can't believe you didn't read this book.
How's that not a bestseller?
Once I asked the little boy, please start eating my penis. Carson was willing to do just about anything for a blowjob from a cute young child.
Oh, my God.
In April of my senior year in college, I was paying a lot of money to get a little boy named Gordon to
Oh, we
milk
heard
my
that. Okay.
colon.
All right, enough.
It's worth hearing
You really
again.
like that
It's a
story.
great book. I'm not going to play you the whole book.
How much would it be to get Gordon to milk his colon? I'm curious.
When Johnny and I started doing The Tonight Show, we did anything we could think of to fill Doc Severinson's tight little asshole with Johnny's enormous, nasty man meat.
Man meat.
With her feet behind her head, Raquel Welch shit on my penis, then tried to pee in Doc Severinson's face.
Wow. This is heady
Raquel Welch shit.
Johnny loved shitting on Lonnie Anderson's big tits.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a fabulous book. It's honest.
Say we're the Pulitzer.
At least he waited till Johnny was dead.
Yeah, but I don't think it's right to reveal this stuff now.
Don't tell the Raquel shitting on your dick story yet till I'm in the ground.
It's a great, great book.
I love the challenge of trying to hold down a little boy while Johnny sucked his tiny penis.
What a great challenge. Oh, it's an incredible book. I've read it many times
Where do you get this book?
in Richard's studio.
After spraying my face with cum, Dom DeLuise put his hand down Johnny's pants and squirted shit straight down Johnny's mouth.
Oh, my.
Zsa Zsa Gabor has mammoth cunt lips.
Tell us something we don't know.
No, it's really good.
I remember one evening when things got completely out of control. Doc Severinsen licked my nuts while Johnny but funked George Burns, who shot his cum all over Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet's foreheads, while Jerry Lewis shit ice cream on Red Skelton's crotch. And then Steve Allen stuck a fire extinguisher up Jack Benny's shit came while Andy Williams sniffed coke off Dom DeLuise's penis. That was a tough night.
Come on, this stuff is not true.
I don't know about that. If it's in a book, you got to relieve it.
It can't.
He wrote it.
He wrote it.
It's the ugly side of showbiz.
At most, it took only a couple of hours a day to gather whatever boys I needed to fondle and but fun.
All right, Robin, is there anything else in the news?
Yes, we gotta get Ed to just shut up.
Ed's got a lot of great
He
stories.
wrote that book with Larry Flynn.
There's a realtor, one of these high-profile realtors out in the Hamptons, who is in the paper under arrest today. They said he had a bunch of kiddie porn.
I don't care what he has if he can get me a rental.
Kiddie porn on his computer, and they can't
What is
believe
his
it.
website?
He's the real estate guy who runs the branch of England Volkers out in the Hamptons. He was dragged shamefaced from his Sag Harbor home late Monday after investigators found him posting kiddie porn on the internet chat room.
Nobody knows
Preliminary
it.
search.
Nobody knows you're going to get caught when they do that? I mean, what do they think of these pedophiles?
A preliminary search of his computer collection of child pornography included images of boys and girls engaged in bondage and sexual activity. Some of the images featured the guy himself smearing feces on himself.
Is this from the Ed McMahon book?
I smeared feces on Johnny's dick.
One time a realtor out east got me to shit fuck my asshole.
Police charged Von Reddy, a German national, with a single count of possessing
May
a
the
sexual
bird of
performance
happiness
by a
shit
child,
on your head.
but said he would likely face additional charges as things go on. He is described as a playboy, and it was difficult for people to believe that he could have been up to this stuff. The police say he has admitted to being involved in this, but his pals say that he's telling them that some friend who came to the house might have put these images on his computer. He blamed a German guest who was involved in child pornography, who stayed at his house last year. Meanwhile, he was just, I think, about to marry his very beautiful and pregnant girlfriend.
Oh, great. So you invite these German friends of yours over, and they're... Imagine that's true, and they're looking at internet porn and it's kiddie porn, and then you get fucking in jail from that? God,
One night, out of nowhere, a sweet, innocent choir boy gagged on my elderly nuts, and then yellow discharge erupted from my minuscule penis.
That happened out of nowhere.
out of nowhere. Just sucking on his nuts.
Gilbert was just telling us about his honeymoon.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the Ed McMahon.
Sounds great.
Well, here's a honeymoon in Salt Lake City you don't want to emulate. They say it wasn't the most romantic of honeymoons. Police say the groom is in jail accused of trying to run over his new wife after a weekend wedding in Las Vegas.
I know the feeling.
They were still honeymooning when he ran her over.
He should have drove her in the fucking lane.
Police received an emergency
Can
call.
I give you a lift, honey?
Police received
Let's
an
take the
emergency call
bridge. It's much quicker that way.
on Monday from someone
I'll
reporting.
get you wet, honey.
Someone reporting a couple fighting in a car as they traveled on Highland Drive, about 10 miles southeast of Salt Lake City.
Jump out of the car, bitch.
Well, that's what she did, Gilbert. They say she jumped out of the car.
Get the water running.
And started walking away when her new husband drove off the road and hit her with the car.
Carson was willing to do.
drown.
Carson was willing to do just about anything for a blowjob from a cute young child.
Luckily, she wasn't seriously injured. Meanwhile, this is a horrible story.
More horrible than that last Carson story.
It takes away the whole charm of the Tonight Show.
Blows the lid off it.
A 2-year-old boy who was staying, he is now staying with relatives after witnessing a horrific act by his father. According to the Connecticut Post, police in Bridgeport, Connecticut say a 21-year-old man stabbed his wife several times before handing the bloody knife to his son and telling him, "Now you stab mommy." Police aren't sure if the child obeyed the order. Authorities say that Furman Rodriguez and his wife got into an argument after he accused her of cheating.
Is your name Furman Rodriguez?
Rodriguez.
And what's your wife's name?
Sue.
Her name is Sue?
Rodriguez then allegedly picked up a kitchen knife and began slashing her in the face, chest, and arms and legs.
Now, did you stab her in the chest and legs?
Police say as the victim bled on the floor, Rodriguez handed the weapon to his son and demanded he join in the vicious attack.
So?
The wife was taken to a hospital where she's being treated for multiple stab wounds. It didn't even kill her.
Now, if she gets a lawyer, what can the lawyer do?
Sue.
He'll sue?
See? David Brenner liked to fuck George Goebel's asshole with Tommy Newsom's minuscule car.
Once I asked the little boy, please start eating my penis.
President Bush says he sees some encouraging signs in
It's
the
very disturbing.
new
growing up on the
policy
Tonight Show.
in Iraq. Number one.
You know the work that goes into that?
What?
Even at this early hour,
Those clips.
even at this early hour, there's some encouraging signs.
All right.
He doesn't tell us what the signs are, but he says he's encouraged by what's going on in Iraq.
Retard.
Meanwhile, Bob Dole heard about what was going on at Walter Reed, and he said somebody made a big mistake.
Somebody goofed. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Thank you. And we talked about this morning. Scooter Libby was found guilty by a jury yesterday. Here's the ambassador, Joe Wilson, whose wife was outed during that whole controversy. He says that Bush should apologize to his wife. Number three.
For 34 years, I looked forward to going to the bathroom in Johnny Carson's mouth every day.
That's not the
I'm
ambassador.
sorry, I hit the wrong button.
The president did say today that he expressed sorrow for Mr. Libby and Mr. Libby's family. It might be helpful for the president to express some sorrow to my wife for what his people have done to her in compromising her identity as a covert CI officer and in destroying her career.
Absolutely.
Now, why will Scott DePace continue to argue that nothing was done to this woman?
I don't know.
Here's the ambassador again. Bush should apologize for the faulty war intelligence as well.
The president might express some sorrow to the American people that a key part of the justification under which we sent our soldiers to kill and to die in a foreign country in our name, a key part of that justification was simply bogus.
What is it, Scott? You wanted to answer Robin's question? Is that it?
Yeah, I don't see what is so bad that has happened to her. Her life was not threatened. She can work in any number of jobs.
You don't know anything about it. What if your wife worked for the CIA, covert
She could still work
operation?
for the CIA.
and
She was
somebody-
not covert at the time.
Well, stop it. You
That
wasn't.
man
That
doesn't know what he's
compromises.
talking about. That
it
was his wife.
compromises her
Why is he
safety.
saying that?
Because he hates the Republicans and Bush.
Oh, come
Obviously,
on.
he's got
you know
an
that
agenda.
for a fact. You know he has an agenda. I mean, anybody who is wronged has an agenda.
That is why this whole thing started in the first place,
I
because
see.
the reporter, I
I see. It
forget
has
his
nothing
name,
to do with the fact that the woman was outed.
Novak, asked, why would you send a guy who's not
How do you know
into
so much?
the administration? Because I
How do you-
watch his stuff.
How are you so brilliant?
Because I watch all
And
this
you're
stuff, and
only
I'm very
the director
smart.
on the Howard Stern show. You should be the director of all things in America.
How are
should
you?
be-
Why aren't you working for
How are
the
you so
administration?
brilliant? You just work on
I'm
this
not.
radio show.
I'm just telling you what's wrong and right. You don't out when you're a United
telling
States
you.
citizen and a member of the government, and someone is in covert CIA operations. You do not out them. You're not.
You're
part of the line
assuming
covering
that
up.
you're
Outta
assuming
here.
that there was
Goodbye.
some. No.
Now
You're
you're
assuming
gone.
that they were trying to
Look
hurt
George
this woman.
Takei
I don't
in
think
the
it was the
eye.
case. Hi, George.
You know they're shooting you at the top of your head while you talk. Look at the TV. Thank you.
I'm surprised you were able to do that.
I knew you when you had a full head of hair.
Ah, you big bull fuck.
Go ahead now. Go back and think.
Get
Try
the
to
fuck
think.
out.
Try. So anyway, Louis Scooter Libby has been convicted. Here is his attorney, Ted Wells, who says that Libby is totally innocent and will appeal. Number 11.
All right.
We are very disappointed in the verdict of the jurors. This jury deliberated for approximately 10 days.
He says he intends to file a motion for a new trial and will start making plans for a formal appeal. Libby was the only person charged in the 3-year-old CIA leak probe. Some people are saying he is the scapegoat.
That's true.
Falling on the sword for the administration. Here is the special prosecutor, Patrick Fitzgerald, said he's gratified and added that the facts in the case were clear. Number 10.
The jury was obviously convinced beyond a reasonable doubt that the defendant had lied and obstructed justice in a serious manner. The results are actually sad. It's sad that we had a situation where a high-level official, a person who worked in the office of vice president, obstructed justice and lied under oath.
All right.
So there, Scott. I don't care what you say. The jury thought he was guilty.
Mm-hmm.
An estimated 85% of adults have gambled at least once in their lifetimes. Most can do this without consequence. However, the National Council on Problem Gambling says that between 3 and 4% of gamblers nationwide have a problem. Number 12.
Problem gambling is a preventable and treatable disorder, and that there is hope and help, and that we hope that through this week and around during the year, people will take the time to think about it a little bit.
Is this the reason you quit? It is National Gambling Awareness Week.
By the way, no, I don't know about that, but I just want to make clear, I quit illegal gambling. In other words, like in Atlantic City and Vegas, I'll still gamble.
Oh. You didn't tell us there was a stipulation.
We thought you quit gambling, period.
No, my problem was clearly the illegal gambling.
That's right.
Because
That's why you met with your bookie to say goodbye.
Right, you pick up a phone and it's right there, but I'll still, I don't want to seem like a hypocrite. I will still gamble.
Already changed since this morning.
No, it never changed. I always said, I forgot to say, it's just...
Is it kind of like when you're off coke, but you'll drink into oblivion?
Right.
Okay, all right.
It's,
I
no,
understand.
it's very different. Illegal gambling's a problem for me. Legal gambling has never been a problem.
All right.
Artie, it's legal to gamble with your weight loss. You can do that legally. I'm still on that. We want to see you healthy.
All right.
And you have a responsibility as a captain of your team.
I'm just trying to say, I don't know about this national gambling thing, but I don't want to seem like a hypocrite to you and the fans.
All right.
Well,
I will be legally gambling forever.
When do you know if somebody has a problem with gambling? This guy says that there are some telltale behaviors. Number 13.
All right, let's see what
When they're telling you their daughter gives a mean blowjob.
If you're preoccupied with gambling, thoughts of gambling, for example, are often causing you to lose sleep. If your gambling is out of control, in other words, if you're unable to set a limit and stick to it, if you often gamble until your last dollar's gone. And then last, if gambling is causing harm to you or your family, are you missing days from work, or bills going unpaid?
Again, there is a reason they're doing this now. March Madness is insane. It's insane.
That's why they declared this the week. And finally,
I'm
this
glad
morning,
I'm out of it for one.
Jennifer Hudson is being honored everywhere. So I guess she returned to her hometown of Chicago yesterday.
Can't get enough for her.
I hate that.
Don't you love all these people who have these incredible things happen to them, and then they say, yes, always, fight for your dreams. Like most schmucks' dreams are not gonna
People who go around saying fight for your dreams are misleading everyone.
Derek Jeter's the worst with that. Derek Jeter has videos out going, you can do whatever you want.
Sure you can.
You can be
Well, I
whatever
want to be on the
you
Yankees.
want. Yeah, exactly.
I'm 53. Welcome me.
Yeah.
Here's Jennifer Hudson. You can achieve your dreams. Number 6.
No, she can. And believe me, she ain't going to achieve another dream. She's out of the movie
She's
business.
finished dreaming.
You're damn right.
I just wanted to bring it here for you all to see, because if you can see it, you can achieve it.
I just want to fuck who Derek Jeter's fucking all day.
I gotta say, I feel so horrible for this story. This place that was gonna get to be part of television history. You see this with The Sopranos?
Oh, yes.
Oh, I know this place, Halston's Bakery and ice cream shop in Bloomfield. Did you read this, Howard?
No.
The guy was going to be, The Sopranos were going to shoot the last scene of the last fucking episode of the show at this guy's ice cream parlor in Bloomfield, New Jersey.
What happened?
Halston's. And the town council thinks the show... I know this place, Halston's Bakery and ice cream shop in Bloomfield. Did you read this, Howard?
No.
The guy was going to be, The Sopranos were going to shoot the last scene of the last fucking episode of the show at this guy's ice cream parlor in Bloomfield, New Jersey.
What happened?
Halston's. And the town council thinks the show is too anti-Italian, so they banned it. The guy wants to fucking slit his wrist. You know what that would have done for business?